Welcome to Grubbin Josh. On this episode of Grubbin with CultMoo, we have a variety of epic beers and special guest Josh from Latechow. You might recognize him from the recent soda review on reckless eating.
It's really popular. Everybody's watching it, forwarding it all around.
Yeah, it's a viral hit. All because of this sexy mofo. So we have Northwest Party Time Ale, Bog Ale, I guess, and Solar Transamplifier.
And there's blueprints on how to build the beer. You can build the beer with what looks like 2x4s and candles.
It looks like that might be a lighthouse or some sort of dildo. I'm not really sure. Right up front, I have had this beer before, the Bog. I believe, like, nothing on the bottle says it's a sour beer, and the one I had before was sour. So I'm hoping it was just a bad batch, and this one is good. So let's start out with the Solar Transamplification. Oh my god, that's fizzy. Is that even supposed to happen?
Dude, it's all fizz.
6% alcohol by volume and 20 IBUs. This is a tart twist on the Belgian wit. Cheers. Oh, weird.
I kind of like it. I actually really kind of like that. I don't think I could drink more than that.
No. Like, this is a single bottle, maybe to start out with, maybe to bring to a tasting. This is not something you drink like it's Coors Light.
You don't want to puke this later.
No.
You don't want to puke that up ever.
You're going to have a bad time. You know what? You can really taste the ginger. It has flowery notes that I assume is the chamomile. But it's a very, very unique flavor. Like, yeah. This is definitely small batch, like, try to impress your brewer friends. This is not something you're throwing down with.
I agree. You know what's funny is that the smell totally does not...
No. It smells like a normal beer.
Yeah, and then you taste it, and it tastes quite different. Like, that's where you get all the flavors that we're talking about. You know what it's really good for? Is if you're trying three different kinds of these at night.
Exactly. You get, like, very distinct things to talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
So, in that vein, I'll probably give it like a 7.
Yeah, I think 7's a good one. I agree with that. Sounds good.
I mean, it's definitely not, like, offensive tasting or anything like that.
No, but I agree. If you're gonna drink a lot, then you're probably gonna want to, like, mix it up.
Try something with a little less of flavor. Our next beer is the Northwest Party Time Ale. This one is 5% ABV and also 20 IBUs. We made this batch during that strange heat wave in the early spring.
Hold on, what's the scoop with this? Are they like doing, every time they make a beer, then they make a label to tell you what it was like when they made it?
I guess so. What
like,
a weird...
Today was Wednesday, it was warm, we made the Northwest Party Time Ale.
This one pours a lot easier, not quite as heady. Just get a nice smell here. Oh, wow.
That smells very different.
That smells like mandarins and grapefruit.
Cheers, buddy. Oh, wow. It tastes very different than it smells, too.
That is a super tart beer. It's definitely sour, like they were saying. You could almost tell it was brewed in summer.
This is not part-time ale.
This is piney citrusy is what it says on the bottle, and that is exactly what I'm tasting. You know what? I live in the Pacific Northwest, and I've had a lot of party times, and I wouldn't necessarily describe them like this beer.
I would challenge somebody to drink a whole, like, just go through this whole thing. Your mouth would be like, you know, it tastes kind of like a, it's almost kind of refreshing in a way.
It's a lot like a lemonade.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot like a lemonade, and I don't necessarily dislike it. I guess I just don't expect it. Every time I take a drink, I don't expect it to be
coming out of this brown bottle here with, like, the weird label. Like, this should taste like beer, and it's much more like a summer shandy. Like, this is like Smirnoff should be putting this out.
Yeah, seriously.
Although it has much bigger flavor than any Smirnoff product. If you like sour beers, I would, recommend checking it out. But
give it a shot at least, right?
Yeah. It's a compelling enough flavor that, like, if you like trying new things, try this out. But one is probably enough. I'm gonna give this one a 6, just because it's novel, but it's not what I'm really looking for.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 4.
Our last brew of the night is Bog, a malt beverage brewed with mushrooms. This comes in at 7% ABV and 25 IBU. And it has a rope and wax on it.
Which is super awesome.
Some weird fucking reason. Goddamn beer hipsters.
It's super awesome if you're really trying to impress people. Not so awesome if you just want to drink.
I guess.
I'm just gonna say that's balls to say you've made an earthy ale and it's made with shiitake mushrooms. I'm excited for this, but I think it's gonna taste funky. Smell it.
Oh god. You smell the mushroom.
It smells earthy.
It does smell earthy. Cheers.
That's earthy as fuck.
Oh. This is delicious compared to the first one I had. The first one was a bad batch. It was, imagine the sour from the citrus one we just had.
Yeah.
In this.
Really?
Yeah.
This is very dark, very earthy.
Super earthy. It's like drinking dirt, but
not in a bad way. Yeah.
Not in a bad way. In a very mushroomy way, strangely enough. But it has just a bare hint of a sourness to it, but it's not like overwhelming it.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Actually, I kind of like that. I don't know. Smoky, earthy. Yeah.
I'm tasting the smokiness. I'm tasting the earthiness. It's really not a bad a porter almost, but yeah. It's just not quite as like thick and charcoaly as a porter is.
Those are 3 beers in a row that have had such distinct flavors.
These guys are throwing the weirdest flavors at malt beverages.
Seriously, it's a very interesting flavor, but it's not. I don't know that after you have this that you would seek it out again.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But if you have that eccentric friend who's always talking about how much he loves microbrews and all that kind of stuff, hey, it would make a great gift or something like that. Maybe they'll like it more than you do.
Yeah.
I just have to reiterate how earthy this tastes. Like,
seriously, the earthy. What a weird thing to like. What a weird adjective to put in front of your beer. You know, earthy.
Bog is the perfect name for this.
Okay, we're gonna do a. Yeah, exactly right. Okay, here's the beer commercial for this beer.
I'm gonna give this a 6.5.
Yeah, it's unique. I mean, that's like it's points just for being unique. You know.
Yeah.
Like so unique.
Good on you for trying.
I'd say it's a 7 because I think like if I had bought one of these, I could totally get to the bottom of it. I just don't know if I'd go find it again.
Yeah. You know what? Even though I don't think I'd buy any one of these again, I would still, like, if I saw an Epic beer that was a new one, I would go, hey, I'll try that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it makes you curious about what else they're going to do, especially if you're adventurous and you want to try the new beers and all that other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So in that sense, I think Epic has succeeded. This has been Grubbin with CultMoo. And Josh from Latechow. Please go subscribe to Latechow. If you haven't yet, I hate you.